Hi, my name is Camille Cook, and this is my presentation for how-to video on how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb on the violin. I've actually been playing the violin since I was 7 years old, and the first song I learned how to play was Mary Had a Little Lamb. So I'll be teaching you guys how to do that today in 4 easy steps. I find that playing the violin really works your brain in so many ways. It's imperative to be able to play an instrument. It really helps your creative thinking skills, your problem solving skills, your analytical skills. It's just a really good skill set to have, and it's a pretty sweet party trick. So we'll be doing the 4 steps on how to do the violin, and they will be introduction of the strings, the types of notes, learning how to play the D scale, and then ultimately learning the music for Mary Had a Little Lamb. So I'd like to start off with learning the string names. So I'll go through the sounds and the names of the strings so you can kind of like acquire it to your ears, so when I play something you'll kind of understand like where it is. So we'll begin with the G string. This is a really low deep string, and it's used mainly in like cello kind of music. So here we go, G string. Next is the D string, which is mainly what we're going to be focusing on today because the entire song of Mary Had a Little Lamb is done on the G string. So this is the D string. Next is the A string. It's a little bit higher. It's probably the most played on string, and it sounds like this. And lastly, this is the E string. It's kind of very infrequently played on unless you're a more advanced violin. It's very high pitched, so here it is. Alright, so those are the strings, and that's what each of them sound like. So next we'll be talking about the types of notes. Here is a little representation that I've created for this specific speech, and these are the types of Here are the types of notes that we have. The first is a whole note. It counts for an entire 2 beats in a 4/4 setting. So there's like 4 or 5 whole notes in Mary Had a Little Lamb. So you just kind of count it out in your head. It's a little bit longer than the rest. It's kind of more done as a dramatic effect. The half note, which is here, it holds for 1 beat. So that's actually mainly what the song is comprised of, so we'll be needing to know this one for playing Mary Had a Little Lamb. And then a quarter note, it's 1 beat, but it's two notes in 1 beat kind of thing, so it's like a TT. And this is actually in Mary Had a Little Lamb as well, so you also need to be able to understand what that is. So next we'll do a D scale. And with the D scale, I've kind of written it out so you guys can follow along. This is the D scale. Each of the notes are written underneath the ones that they correspond to. We start off on an open D string, and then we place 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, open A string, 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, and then you come back down with the 3 finger on the A string, which is a D. So you start on a D and end on an open D. And that's how the D scale goes, and I'll play it for you guys right now. So this is the D scale. So that's the D scale, and you'll be harnessing that when Mary Had a Little Lamb. The entire song is based on the D string, and you'll need to be able to know how to move your fingers to the 1, the 2, and the 3rd position. This first position is the E. So when you see the E on the sheet music for Mary Had a Little Lamb, you're going to put 1 finger on the D string. When you see an F on Mary Had a Little Lamb sheet music, you're going to put 2 fingers down on the D string, like this. They're going to be a little bit separated because this finger doesn't really like this finger. They think it smells. So then the next is G. It's actually not on the sheet music, but to finish off the completion of explanation of the D string, G is the 3rd finger on the D string, and these 2 fingers like each other, so they stay really close. So if you kind of remember it that way, Open E, open D is no fingers on the thing. E is 1, 2 is F, and they don't like each other, so they stay apart. And then G is close together, and those are the main notes that you'll be using on the D string. So we'll go through a run through of Mary Had a Little Lamb. All right, here we go. This is the music that we played, and you can kind of see it's, F, E, D, and those are the first 3 notes. So open D, 2 fingers, 1 finger for F and E, and then these are the quarter notes. This is the whole note, and these are the half notes. So if you kind of just study this, you'll be able to play Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm really glad that I was able to teach you guys how to do this. Playing music is really, really amazing, and especially I think the instrument of the violin is absolutely fantastic, and I'm sort of biased and sort of partial to that since I've been playing it for so long. But I really think it's a great instrument to be able to play, and hopefully you guys could all either explain how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb, or if you have a violin readily available, actually be able to do it yourselves. So, thank you.